Fan Club presents Bible Story Series Episode 4, The Story of Noah, Genesis chapter 6 to 9.
Hi everyone, this is Noah. He was a man who did what was right and obeyed God with all his heart. He had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. However, everyone else was disobeying God. People were treating each other very badly. God saw that the people he had created had become very wicked and violent. They were fighting, stealing, killing, and doing all sorts of wicked things. God told Noah that he was going to put an end to this wickedness by sending a flood to cover the earth. But Noah and his family will be saved. God told Noah to build a big ark with wood. The ark was going to be 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. It would have 3 decks divided into rooms and a roof with a gap under it for air to get in. It will have 1 door on the side. At once, Noah and his sons started to build the huge box-shaped boat known as ark. The wicked people around wondered what Noah and his sons were doing, but they kept on doing it. When the ark was ready, God told Noah the flood will be coming in 7 days' time. Noah and his 3 sons and their wives were told to take their possessions to the ark. They stored food for the animals coming on board too. 7 pairs of each clean animals and bird, 1 male and the other female, were put into the ark. 2 of every unclean animal were also taken on board. God then closed the door of the ark and the rain began to fall. It rained heavily for 40 days. The rain was so heavy that rivers were filled to their banks, and there was a great flood. The water went high and high and high, and the ark began to float. The water kept rising, and it covered all the high mountains. All living creatures on land outside the ark were wiped out. The water flooded the earth for 150 days, but those that were in the ark were kept safe. As the flood went down, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. After 40 days, Noah sent out raven, but the raven found nowhere to land and came back to Noah. Later, he sent out a dove. The dove flew around and around and around looking for land, but it could find nowhere to stay, and so it returned to the ark. Noah reached out his hand and brought it back into the ark. 7 days later, he sent out the dove again. Later that evening, the dove returned with a freshly plucked leaf. This made Noah to know that the water was going down already, and that plants were already growing from the ground. A week later, he sent out the same dove the 3rd time, but this time around, the dove did not return. This made Noah to know that the dove had found a place to land. And so Noah removed the roof of the ark and saw that the land was drying out. 2 months later, the land was dry enough for Noah, his family, and the animals to leave the ark. Noah then built an altar to the Lord and made sacrifices to God. God was very pleased with the offering and promised never again to destroy all living creatures as long as the earth endures. Seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will always remain. God then put a rainbow in the sky. This is a rainbow. It has 7 colors, which are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So God put this rainbow as a sign of his promise never to destroy the earth with flood again. Now let's go to the morals of the story. Number 1, be like Noah, who did not allow others to influence him. He was faithful to God. He refused to commit sin like others were doing. Number 2, there is a boat that we are supposed to enter in order for us to be saved from coming eternal damnation, and that is the boat of salvation through Jesus Christ. You have to give your life to Jesus so that you will reign with him and you will not experience eternal damnation. Number 3, always obey God's instruction. Remember, God instructed Noah to build an ark, and he went ahead to build it just as the Lord has commanded him.